Here is your weekly AstroYoga forecast. This week, on Wednesday, August 23rd, we are moving into Virgo season and we are starting a Mercury retrograde also in Virgo. Now, there's something very key that's going on with this Mercury retrograde, with this Virgo season, that all Astro Yoga people who study astrology and the body will take particular note of. So, Virgo is the region of the body that is ruled by Mercury and also where Mercury is exalted. Mercury is the planet, and more so than that, the energy pervasive in all of reality of attention, intellect, and the driving force of where we place our attention and therefore how we move our own energy according to what we intend to do, what we want to do, and what we are focusing on. So really, human beings have this very potent power of attention. What are we going to pay attention to? What are we going to attend to? Virgo energy rules the capacity to organize and to sort things out. And in the body, Virgo rules the intestine. So when we're looking at the Astro Yoga associations with this particular transit, we are looking at both the sun entering into this region, and so adding energy, adding positivity, and really adding life force in its purest form. And we are looking at how Mercury cooks things over. Now, in its lower nature, all that Mercury does here is it sorts out our food and our nutrients that our body will absorb from that which will become waste, right? The fibers and the things that are going to move out through the digestive tract. So that's one form of this astrology. The other form, and the form that's going to be more potent right now as we have this retrograde cycle and this Virgo season, is the form of Virgo where it actually begins to sort the food that you always eat anyway out in such a way that it harnesses the higher, more spiritual potencies of the food. And so this has nothing to do with changing your diet or shifting what you're eating or how you are embodying yourself. This has everything to do with your own consciousness beginning to take what you're taking in, both in food and in perceptual detail, right? The details of your life, what you're experiencing, is everything to do with processing those things that you are taking into your system differently so that you can harness the higher spiritual potencies. Okay, so this can be anything from what you've experienced in this life to what you're literally consuming, right? To what you're hearing and listening to or paying attention to. This Virgo energy has the capacity to take it in and to begin to view it in new ways and to begin to harness the higher spiritual potencies of what we normally think of as everyday life and mundane reality. So this Mercury retrograde season, take the time to look at things in a new way, to organize yourself around what you are taking into your life in a new way, and perhaps to allow yourself to shift your focus, to shift your attention so that you are attending to that which will be helpful, useful, and life affirming for you rather than focusing on those things that you don't want or that are depleting you and your energy. So that's what you need to know. We'll have about a week and a half of both Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde coinciding. There's a lot to do with what's going on here, and there's a lot of potential for individuals based on where this is happening in your chart. If you are curious about this, I invite you to book a reading with me. As well, we have shifted memberships over to the International School of Astro Yoga. Those are in full swing, and we're about to have some pretty cool Virgo season practices coming out. We're beginning to have the AMAs coming out for the next full and new moon cycles. So if you want to participate in those, it is a stellar deal to pop on in, and you can find those via the link in my Instagram bio or on my website. Okay, I hope you guys have a fantastic week.